I think we all know that Coleman Shelton will not be hanging around after this season, though fun fact, he's the 12th best center in the NFL at the moment, according to PFF. I know that might shock some people. It shocked me when I saw it, but it is what it is. But anyway, yeah, the Bears need to address center this upcoming offseason, whether it's through free agency or the draft. And in my opinion, it'll be the draft. But there are two free agent options that the Bears can go after to fill in a big key area of need, and I'm going to go over both of them today. Drew Dalman of the Atlanta Falcons and Ryan Kelly of the Indianapolis Colts. Both are unrestricted free agents and have a chance to find a new home this offseason, and I'm going to break down both of them along with the Bears' latest roster moves you don't want to miss. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to this episode of Just Another Year Chicago Bears. My name is Nick Brody, and as always, thank you for tuning in. Now, before I begin today's show, hit that like button if you want the Chicago Bears to get a new center this offseason, along with commenting if you want to get a center in free agency or the draft and your thoughts on these two potential candidates. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, because if you do all three of those, you enter to win a custom Chicago Bears jersey of your choice. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and comment what you want to do. So let's go into option number one of Drew Dalman. The fourth-ranked center, according to PFF, could be a very big pickup for the Chicago Bears this offseason if we choose to go through the NFL free agency period. The center out of Stanford is the best young center to hit the market this upcoming year. And due to an injury he sustained earlier this season that left him out after week 8, Falcons may not want to bring him back for the price that he may want. He knows his worth. He's been one of the best centers in the league over the last couple of years. And of course, his final year, he gets hurt. That might have dinged his contract a little bit. But other teams who are definitely in need of a center and would appreciate a good one will pay him correctly. But over his last 17 games, according to PFF, he still is one of the best centers. An 85.3 overall grade, which is fourth, according to PFF. An 58.6 pass grade, which is 41st, which isn't the best one. I do want to call that out. But his run block grade, one of the best, 89.1. So the Bears are likely going to bring in a new offensive line coach this year to replace Chris Morgan, and they're going to pay for the best of the best because apparently, according to reports, Kevin Warren's been given a blank check to pay whoever. So he's going to offer whoever the best offensive line coach is in the NFL whatever they want in order to come coach this team. Not only that, too, let's go into Dalman's stats. In the last 17 games, he's played in 219 snaps, along with 1 penalty, 2 sacks, 1 quarterback hit allowed, and only 7 pressures. Pretty darn impressive if you ask me. And then on top of that, too, he is a big center, standing at 6'3", 300 pounds, so he can definitely hold his own up the middle. He's a very solid blocker, and he hops in on different opportunities up the middle with double teams. And you can tell, even with his pass blocking, which is 4 points below Coleman Shelton, fun fact, there's a little bit of concern there. But he has proven that he has been able to do it. Back in 2022, he had over an 80 pass block grade. So maybe just an off season. Maybe he was playing hurt and just couldn't take the pain anymore. Something to put into consideration. But he is a solid center who can help be a good overall answer for the next couple of years for the Chicago Bears, especially at least the next 3 years. He is reliable when he is on the field. And on top of that, too, he could be a long-term answer. But his age is attractive at only 27 years old for a potential long-term or short-term solution. And hopefully this injury that he sustained this season, which was an ankle injury, doesn't obtain into next year. So some of the Bears can consider for this upcoming offseason. The second guy I'm going to get into today is Ryan Kelly, who is the 13th ranked center according to PFF, but one of the best over in the NFL over the last decade. The multiple-time Pro Bowler who's played for the Indianapolis Colts would be a 2-year filler in my personal opinion, since he is 31 years old for the Bears, as they can build the rest of the trenches around him and then get a center later, maybe someone to sit behind him and learn to become the next Ryan Kelly. And he would be the best filler possible because also I don't think he's going to be asking for a ton of money. Look at his PFF grade, 63.7 out of the league, 26 overall, but it's 70.3 pass blocking grade, which is 12th in the NFL. His run block grade, 62.1, which is 33rd in the league. And if you look at his stats over this last 17 games, not bad either. 387 total snaps, along with 1 penalty, 14th in the league, 1 sack allowed, 1 quarterback hit, and 7 pressures. So him and Dalman are very similar when it comes to a stat perspective. Standing at 6'4", 307 pounds. Again, at 31 years old, he is a little on the older side, but he's showing no signs of slowing down. This guy plays in more than 13 games every single season. Another thing to put into mind that even for an older guy, that's still a lot of games to put out there, especially on those knees. This would be the only move I would make in free agency if the Bears don't go out and get Dalman, or they're not planning on drafting the top center in the draft, which is projected in the second round at the moment. But Kelly, a very good, savvy veteran that is still considered one of the better centers in the league, is a 4-time Pro Bowler and 1-time All-Pro, and he could be a 5-time Pro Bowler after the season he's having this year. He's established. He can get the job done. He understands this league and would be a good veteran to help mentor a young offensive line that the Bears have to address this upcoming offseason. Now, before I get more into today's show, I would like to thank today's sponsor, Authentico Organic Tequila, USA startup based in Chicago, Illinois, and family owned. It is one of the first USDA certified organic tequilas. On top of it, too, no additives, made in Guadalajara, Mexico, coming in 3 great flavors. And they have a holiday deal going on right now. Go to their website now and get 10% off your first order, along with finding Authentico near you. Make sure you go to the link in the description now to get your taste of the season. And then we got some roster updates for you guys. So the Bears placed DeAndre Carter, kick returner specialist and wide receiver, on injured reserve. Josh Blackwell will take over his kick return actions and punt return actions at the moment. Wishing DeAndre Carter a very speedy recovery. And then the Bears signed Jonathan Thorpe to their 53-man roster. The former Green Bay Packer was put on a season IR earlier this year and then demoted to the practice squad. But there was a lot of hope for this guy. I've talked to a few Packers analysts, standing at 6'5", 338 pounds. A lot of people thought he'd be their Gervon Dexter Sr. A solid run stopper out of Miami, is only 1 year into the league and only 23 years old. Maybe in the next 4 games, we can see if something works out and the Bears could get a diamond in a dozen. And then we signed Royce Freeman, former 3rd-round pick out of Oregon, to the Denver Broncos back in 2018 to the practice squad. The 6', 238-pound running back is an absolute monster. I could see the Bears bringing him up this week, especially for his run blocking situation and to fill in for Rashawn Johnson, who's still dealing with a concussion injury. Wishing him a speedy recovery, but also welcoming Freeman to the Chicago Bears. But bear down, baby. As always, thank you for tuning into this episode of Just Another Year Chicago Bears. And guys, just want to say this out there. Please stay warm. It's only 3 degrees as I'm filming this on the morning of December 12th, 2024. I hope everyone stays warm. If you guys see someone struggling that is, doesn't have a home, unfortunately, call your local shelter. See if you can send a police officer to go pick them up and get them out there. It is too darn cold and dangerous. I used to be in the shoveling business. I actually still am in the shoveling business. As crazy as my schedule is, I have a 9-to-5 job. I run a shoveling business during the winter, and I do this for you guys. Got to make money. Trying to build generational wealth over here. But please, if you guys could, if you see someone struggling, give them a blanket if you guys have one laying around the house. Give them a pair of socks if you have an extra pair. Anything is appreciative to these people. A lot of these people are veterans. You don't know what they're going through. But please, if you could, consider that. Unfortunately, in the downtown area I live in, there's 2 homeless people, and I ran over some socks over to them last night. And I don't know. I just wanted to tell you guys that. Maybe it would inspire some people. But thank you, as always, for tuning into this episode of Just Another Year Chicago Bears. I really appreciate it. And again, if you want to win a custom Chicago Bears jersey, hit that like button, comment your thoughts in the comment section below, and subscribe to the channel. But with that, thank you, as always, for tuning in, and bear down, baby.